Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to see the topic distillation. So what is distillation? Distillation is nothing but a unit operation which is used to separate more than two components, which is used to separate a mixture which is composed of more than two components. Usually this mixture is denoted with A plus B, or more than two components may be present. Usually for the UG syllabus, it is covered only for the two component system. So A plus B usually can be referred. So how this distillation will be separated? So to separate out using the distillation, there needs to be a difference in a boiling point or difference in a relative volatility, or a volatility we can say. So what is this boiling point? What is this relative volatility? How this boiling point is related to relative volatility? Those steps we have to see. So what is the basis? Now the basis for separation is relative volatility or a boiling point. When boiling point is very high, relative volatility will be very low, or when the relative volatility is very high, boiling point will be very low. Like this, if the difference in the both of the constituent elements are more, then we can separate out that mixture of components using a distillation, which is a unit operation. So how the distillation will take place? So usually in a continuous fashion, there will be a column, okay, from which we will give some feed, and this feed is the input for the distillation, and the two, we will say this, the two outputs from the distillation column is, one is distillate and second one is residue. Okay, one input for the distillation, and this one input will be leaving from the column as the two outputs, which is a distillate, which is a top product we can call, and the residue or a bottom product we can call. So how this separation in the column will take place? Due to the difference in boiling point or a difference in volatility. So what is this volatility? Repeatedly we are seeing this volatility in a distillation. So we can define, for example, your mixture is composed of A plus B. So A plus B. Then volatility can be denoted by alpha. For A, alpha for A means relative volatility of A. So this will be partial pressure of that component, which is A, divided by mole fraction of that component in liquid phase. So what is this volatility? Volatility is nothing but a component property or this constituent property which indicates or which describes how readily it can be vaporized when heat is supplied, or how readily it can condense when heat is removed from the system. So that defines the relative volatility. So this volatility in as a formula we can write as partial pressure divided by mole fraction in a liquid phase. And similarly for the component B, it will be alpha B is equal to PB by XB. Then what is relative volatility? This is individual volatilities. Then relative volatility will be alpha into B, alpha AB we can say, is equal to alpha A divided by alpha B. So alpha A from equation 1 is partial pressure of A divided by mole fraction of A. Then alpha B from equation 2 is partial pressure of B divided by mole fraction of B. So this is partial pressure, this is mole fraction, this is partial pressure, this is mole fraction. Then what is partial pressure from the Raoult's law? What is Raoult's law? So Raoult's law is nothing but partial pressure for the vapor phase. Raoult's law for the vapor phase is partial pressure is equal to total pressure into mole fraction of that vapor. Similarly for the component B, it is partial pressure is equal to total pressure into mole fraction of vapor for B. So we can substitute this in that equation. Alpha AB is equal to PA into XB, since it will carry to the numerator. So PA XB divided by PB into XA. Now this PA we can substitute this equation here. So it will be PT into YA divided by this PB means we can substitute this one here, which is PT into YB into XA left, and here XB left out. So using this one we can cancel out numerator and denominator PT. Oh, Tt is nothing but total pressure. Then alpha A, from this above equation we can write Ya into Xb divided by Yb into Xa. Then from the system properties, okay, what are the system properties? Since only two components are there in the system, we can write sum of the mole fractions is equal to 1. Xa plus Xb is equal to 1. Then Ya plus Yb is equal to 1. Since sum of the mole fractions of the all constituent elements in a mixture is equal to 1, only two components are there. Then from this equation we can write Xb is equal to 1 minus Xa, and from this equation we can write Yb is equal to 1 minus Ya. Then we can substitute here. So Ya will remains A, then Xb is nothing but 1 minus Xa divided by Yb is 1 minus Ya into Xa. Now a simple mathematical variation, through that we can fix what is Y and X. So simply if you can see, this denominator we can bring out to the left hand side or LHS side, so that will be alpha AB into 1 minus Ya into Xa is equal to Ya into 1 minus Xa. Now we can just multiply this one here. So alpha AB into 1 is alpha AB minus into Xa, which is alpha AB into Xa minus alpha AB Ya into Xa is equal to Ya minus Xa. So this we can do like this. So it will define you with relationship between Y and X. Yeah. So we can send this to the RHS side, which is alpha AB into Xa is equal to Ya minus Xa plus alpha AB Ya Xa. Then using that equation, simple mathematical operation, alpha AB into Xa is equal to, so we can do this Ya, we have to take common Ya here, minus Ya into Xa is left out here. So Ya common we can take, so this will be 1 minus Xa plus alpha AB into Xa. Therefore, Ya is equal to alpha AB into Xa divided by 1 minus Xa into, this is minus alpha 1 minus 6. Like this we can define. So usually in the distillation problems, there will be two types of data which is required. One is Y and next one is X data. So using this equilibrium data, we can evaluate how efficient the distillation column is. So usually during experimentation, we will find the mole fraction of more volatile component in the vapor phase and the mole fraction of more volatile component in the liquid phase. Using these two data at different intervals of composition, like for example, if the distillate Xa and Ya here is 0.1, something it will come in here. It is 0.2, it is 0.3, then something will be coming here. Using this relationship, we can determine what is alpha AB or relative volatility of that particular mixture. Like this way, we can handle out the distillation. So usually what happens in the distillation column is the residue. So amount of more volatile component in the residue will be very less, or we can say this is bottom product. Since we are saying this as a bottom product, as such if you see, we will apply some heat here. Okay, whenever we are applying some heat, this heat will be just used inside here, and this feed will be vaporized and the liquid will be falling. So usually we know that liquid will have a low relative volatility or volatility compared to the vapor. So vapors will be going top very frequently and liquid will be just falling down. So from this we can say the more volatile component will be very less in the residue and less volatile component will be very high in the distillate. So this was for the topic today. Thank you for listening.